One of the biggest questions surrounding Russia's ambitious MC-21 airliner was never about the aircraft itself. The real question was whether Russia could actually build it without depending on Western suppliers. When the MC-21 program was first developed, it included a significant number of foreign components, materials, and systems. Like most modern airliners, the aircraft relied on a highly globalized aerospace supply chain. Engines, avionics, composite materials, sensors, and dozens of other critical systems involved international cooperation. Then everything changed. Sanctions and export restrictions disrupted access to many foreign aerospace technologies. Almost overnight, Russia faced one of the most difficult challenges in modern aviation, replacing critical foreign components while keeping an advanced passenger aircraft program alive. Many analysts believed this would be nearly impossible. After all, commercial aviation is one of the most complex industries in the world. Building an airliner is difficult. Building an entire aerospace supply chain from scratch is even harder. Yet after years of delays, testing, redesigns, and industrial investment, Russia now claims it has reached a major milestone in the MC-21 program. The country says it has largely completed the localization of key aircraft systems and materials, creating a domestic supply chain that can support future production of the MC-21. And that is why the aviation industry is paying attention, because the story is no longer just about an airplane. It is about industrial independence. To understand why this matters, we first need to understand what the MC-21 was designed to achieve. The Irkut MC-21 was created as a next-generation narrow-body passenger jet intended to compete in the same market occupied by aircraft such as the Boeing 737 MAX and the Airbus A320neo. This segment represents the backbone of global aviation. Most domestic and regional passenger flights around the world are performed by aircraft in this category. Winning even a small share of this market can generate billions of dollars in economic value. Russia knew that competing directly against Boeing and Airbus would not be easy, so engineers focused on several advanced technologies. One of the most notable was the aircraft's composite wing design. Composite materials are lighter than traditional metal structures, while maintaining strength and durability. This can improve fuel efficiency, reduce operating costs, and enhance overall aircraft performance. When the MC-21 was first introduced, its composite wing attracted significant industry attention because it represented one of the most advanced structural features on the aircraft. However, that technology eventually became one of the program's biggest challenges. Foreign suppliers stopped providing key composite materials, forcing Russian engineers to develop domestic alternatives. For many observers, this became a critical test. Could Russia create aviation-grade composite materials capable of meeting strict certification standards? The answer appears to be yes. In early 2026, Russian aviation authorities approved the use of domestically produced composite materials for the aircraft's vertical stabilizer and horizontal stabilizer structures. Officials described this as the completion of a major import substitution stage, effectively removing foreign composite materials from the aircraft's structure. That achievement may sound technical, but in aviation, it is extremely significant. Modern aircraft certification standards are among the most demanding in the world. Materials must survive enormous stress, temperature changes, vibration loads, and decades of service. Replacing such materials is not simply a manufacturing challenge. It is a scientific challenge. And composites were only one piece of the puzzle. Russia also faced the task of replacing dozens of foreign systems throughout the aircraft. According to reports from industry sources, more than 70 systems and units were redesigned or replaced with domestic alternatives, while some reports indicate over 80 foreign systems have been substituted during the localization effort. These include avionics, electrical systems, control systems, power supply components, sensors, and auxiliary equipment. Think about what that means. Every one of those systems required engineering development, testing, certification, supply chain creation, maintenance planning, training, documentation, and integration with the rest of the aircraft. Replacing one aerospace component can take years. Replacing dozens simultaneously is an enormous undertaking. This is one reason the MC-21 program experienced repeated delays. The aircraft originally relied on international suppliers. Transitioning toward domestic systems required substantial redesign work. Certification schedules shifted, production timelines moved. Testing programs expanded. But Russia continued pushing forward. Perhaps the most symbolic example of this effort is the engine. Early MC-21 variants were associated with foreign engine options. Today, Russia is increasingly emphasizing the domestically developed Aviadvigatel PD-14. The PD-14 has become one of the most important aerospace programs in modern Russia because engines are often considered the heart of an aircraft. Developing a competitive commercial turbofan engine requires expertise in materials science, aerodynamics, manufacturing, thermal engineering, and reliability testing. Very few countries possess this capability. The successful integration of the PD-14 therefore represents more than just a technical milestone. It represents industrial capability. But does this mean Boeing and Airbus should be worried? The answer is more complicated than many headlines suggest. Boeing and Airbus still maintain enormous advantages. They have decades of certification experience, global maintenance networks, worldwide customer support, massive production capacity, long-established airline relationships, and thousands of aircraft already operating across the globe. Those advantages cannot be replaced overnight. However, the MC-21 story highlights something important. Aviation is becoming increasingly strategic. Countries no longer view aircraft manufacturing simply as a business. They increasingly view it as national infrastructure. A nation capable of designing aircraft, building engines, producing avionics, manufacturing composites, and supporting airline operations possesses significant technological and industrial power. And that is exactly why the MC-21 matters. Even if the aircraft primarily serves domestic markets in the near future, the knowledge gained from building an independent supply chain could influence future aerospace projects for decades. Every certification test, every new material, every localized system, every production line, all contribute to industrial experience. And industrial experience is one of the most valuable assets in aerospace. Of course, challenges remain. Certification is still ongoing, and Russia continues working toward broader production goals. Several reports indicate certification activities are expected to continue through 2026 before large-scale deliveries accelerate. Production scaling also remains a major challenge. Building prototypes is one thing. Producing aircraft efficiently year after year is something entirely different. Global aerospace history is filled with aircraft programs that performed well technically but struggled industrially. The MC-21 must still demonstrate long-term reliability, production consistency, and operational support. Industry observers also point out that creating a complete aerospace ecosystem involves more than replacing components. Long-term support networks, spare parts availability, maintenance infrastructure, and airline confidence remain critical factors for commercial success. Nevertheless, the progress achieved so far is difficult to ignore. Only a few years ago, many experts questioned whether the MC-21 could survive extensive supply chain disruptions. Today, Russia has flown multiple domestically equipped aircraft, completed major composite replacement programs, expanded certification testing, and continued building the industrial foundation needed for future production. That does not mean the MC-21 will suddenly replace Boeing or Airbus, but it does mean the project has evolved into something larger than many people expected. What began as a passenger aircraft program has become a demonstration of industrial resilience. And in modern aerospace, that may be just as important as the airplane itself. So when headlines claim that Russia finally completed the supply chain for the MC-21 and shocked Boeing and Airbus, the real story is not that the Western giants have been defeated. The real story is that Russia spent years rebuilding critical aerospace capabilities under difficult conditions and has now reached several important milestones toward a more self-sufficient aircraft program. Whether the MC-21 ultimately becomes a major global competitor remains to be seen, but one thing is certain: the aviation world is watching closely. Because in aerospace, the ability to build the supply chain can sometimes matter just as much as the ability to build the airplane.